Alright, so I guess this probably needs an introduction or whatever, but I think you guys know what this is, so we are in the semifinals of like BPL. Uh and yeah, we are up against a Miniman, so if you guys watched my game from like last week, well already you could tell it's a spoiler because I'm in the semifinals, so yeah. You can pretty much see how that happened, the outcome happened, so how we managed to get over that major hurdle. So, and without further ado, we'll just get into our team builder real quick. So, I'll have like in the, I think around that white section right there in the bottom left, there'll be like an annotation of like when to skip the, when to skip the video for like the actual battle. So right here, I'm just gonna be explaining my team. In the meantime, while just eating some, I don't know, peanut butter. So alright, just get ready started. So, Miniman. So, Miniman has a team of Genesect, Mega Kang, Arcanine, Dragonite, Vaporeon, Donphan, Serena, Swallow, Scrafty, Quillfish, Volbeat, and Comfy. And we have Mega Blaziken and Kyurem, Zapdos, Crocodile, Jirachi, Alomola, Gardevoir, Crobat, Bioplume, Tauros, and Coolden. I don't know. I wanted to list them all for one. So, I usually see Pokemon highlighted are the Z captains, and the ones in blue are universal, so they could actually use all Z moves, while the other ones, the green ones, can also use like just offensive ones only. Um, so right off the bat, this is gonna be a very interesting game because like his team is really well balanced. Miniman, so I would give him that. Like, he has obviously one of the most annoying Pokemon to face in Draft League. If you ever face Genesect, God help you, especially the fact that it has download. So, I mean, we all know what happened with Genesect last time. So, um, and the fact that this thing just gets a +1 in either attack or special attack to me is just yeah. But this is a semi-Ubers league, so we have another Ubers of our own. So I guess we could counter that somewhat, as how I may explain. So, we have he has Mega Kangaskhan, which I've used Mega Kangaskhan in the league before. Very strong Pokemon, especially in the format, despite the nerf. Could be Pup, could be Wish, could be both, as I've done before. So, yeah. And then he has Arcanine, which could be defensive. I don't know. Could be offensive. Again, could be both. Then you have Dragonite. I literally could say the same thing with like half of all his mods. Like, like everything could either be up defensive or offensive as hell. So, I mean, Dragonite could be like, like weakness policy Dragonance, or it could just be a random Dragon Tail phasing set. So, same with Vaporeon, it could be Specs, or Donphan, I don't know. Give it a weakness policy, Rock Polish boost. I don't know if anyone watched that video, if I'm mentioning that, so. Oh, yeah, so. Okay, that's alright. Alright, I'm done with the joke, so. Alright, so let's just get on to the main team explaining thing. So, right off the bat, Genesect, Kangaskhan, Dragonite, and like Vaporeon are like the mons I think he's gonna bring. I also expect him to bring like maybe like either Donphan or Serena, but given that Donphan is his only rocker, I suspect that either I suspect Donphan should be picked. I just don't see Serena this game, like especially when like you see my mons like just pressure it, especially at the middle so section. So, and then you see like mons like other stuff like Comfy, let's say Spillfish, Volbeat, like they all have their niches. Like I know Comfy has like good priority move with Drain Kiss. Volbeat can just baton pass something, some like high like tail glows or high special attack boost and pass it to something like I don't know Genesect, and then yeah, that could be fun to deal with. So, and then you have Quillfish, which could be a spiker, though I highly doubt he brings two water type Pokemon when he has no outside of like Donphan. He really like needs something for Zapdos. So yeah, and then like the other two I think he might bring are like Swallow and Scrafty. So, Swallow doesn't need any explanation. It has like Spoon Burst or whatever, Life Orb. It could also be Guts if it wants to be, so I got a scout for that. And then Scrafty could be defensive. Like I said, defensive or offensive in this situation. Except for Genesect because it's just gonna be U-turning it all the time. So yeah. Anyways, alright, let's just go over my team real quick so we can get on to the battle. So we have Zapdos here, Stormbreaker with Discharge, Hidden Part Ice, Defog, Roost, Static, of course, because Static is just a lovely ability with Rocky Helmet. So I decided I'm just gonna go like since he has a Genesect and since he has like two Rapid Spinners, it just seemed more convenient just to have Rocky Helmet, if anything, on his team because or for this matchup because I mean getting free chip is always nice, and the fact that he has a lot of physical based Pokemon like of course Genesect, Kangaskhan, Arcanine, Dragonite. If I get any form of chip damage, that'll be extremely helpful to like for my other mons like like you know my Blaziken or Kyurem for late game. So yeah. Um so yeah, and I also have Static Discharge because let's be honest, that's a very nice combination. Having a nice chance to paralyze stuff, so yeah. Hidden Power Ice is kind of mandatory just because Donphan and Dragonite. I really don't like the fact that like I don't want to be walled by Dragonite or Donphan unless I want to bring Toxic. But even then, I'm like, yeah, I just gotta watch out for them having a weakness policy, so or some random shit. Mostly Dragonite. Donphan can be offensive as well, so as something just fell. So hopefully that's something important. So, but yeah, Zapdos, I just think it's overall like mixed bulk. I did have like a lot of Spadef investment over defense just because I didn't want Genesect to get like a +1 special attack boost and just I think Specs with +1 just or like Oko Zapdos with Ice Beam. So yeah, that's why I had Calm. So but I think this bulk mixed bulk is pretty nice. So I had to pause there because my dogs are just barking at a random cat or something. So if you hear them like barking here and there, do apologize. So, but anyways, I'll just try to continue press towards like the finishing this. So, all right. So we have our Alamomola, which is it's kind of a utility based set. And it has Rocky Helmet, of course, regen, rocking regen. So knock off toxic, wish and protect. So, yeah. There's not really much to say about this Aloe aside the fact that it's pretty much our best counter to physically defense or physically offensive Genesect. I've seen him run like Choice Band or like a physical Genesect most of the time, but I wouldn't be surprised if he brings like a random Specs Genesect. So, and that thing could just be really annoying. So hence why I have knockoff and just to remove items in general. So also because obviously Vaporeon has water absorb. And that shit's just annoying as hell. So then we have Toxic, and Toxic is pretty I guess you say self-explanatory. Just to wear down stuff like Vaporeon if it doesn't have Heal Bell, Dragonite, Kangaskhan, anything that's not named Genesect or Quillfish. So yeah, so I will have to admit, Shed Skin Scrafty is something that I'm kind of concerned with. Also, Comfy bringing Comfy, which can hold aromatherapy, but to be honest, if I'm removing I'm content with like him going for knockoff on a Comfy, and not only that, Drain Kiss actually gets hit targeted down. Well, Drain Kiss is actually a contact move, so Rocky Helmet will affect it, so which is nice. And I doubt he's just gonna run Giga Drain, so regarding any other things I have to worry about is pretty much giving anything else a sub. But yeah, like Aloe is just here just to wear down stuff with Rocky Helmet, Toxic, just remove knockoff, be annoyed, just heal with my mods in general. So yeah. Then we have Flinchy. Pretty much the same thing with Aloe, just more I guess you could say it's a little bit more involved into countering Genesect. Probably my best answer to Genesect at the moment with the Limblast, Secret Power, Protect Wish. So now, originally I had Secret Power, or not Secret Power, but Toxic again. But I ended up going with Secret Power just because I felt that I needed to maybe paralyze some stuff because maybe the Kangaskhan or the Genesect to slow him down. And then I have Moonblast. It's both Moonblast and Secret Power have 60% chance odds with Searing Curse. With Moonblast, obviously it reduces the opponent's special attack 60% of the time, and Secret Power, unless he changes the terrain or the condition, like it's always gonna be like based off Body Slam. So I could pretty much get like a 60% chance to like paralyze without being inflicting, like, without making contact. So that's really huge. So, and I have more power points in value, I guess you could say that. So, and I finally have Wish Protect because yeah, Wish Protect is just nice, just healing up mons like Crocodile, Zapdos, Aloe, even Blaziken and Kyurem if they need it. So I'm probably gonna rely on Aloe to just do that. So yeah, this thing's just pretty much here just to try to stop Genesect from being annoying, because unless like Genesect this is pretty much my best answer to like special Genesect, for like just weakening down. It's just going for like Secret Power, maybe paralyze it, and just lowering its special attack in general, especially if it's well, yeah, special Genesect. So, and that's all I have to say about Jirachi. Very Spadef this week. So then we have our Blaziken, which is Jolly, max speed, max attack, just self-explain. Like, I did put like an extra attack, or not attack, but defense, just to ensure that Genesect doesn't get a +1 defense raise. I think it was already gonna be natural, but it's already gonna like raise it to special attack anyway. But this is just to ensure that nothing happens or whatever. Oh, I don't know, but anyways, I do have Flare Blitz, Superpower, and Pyro Punch. Now, it's kind of weird running double stab fighting, but I feel like the reason why I want this is so that one, if I ever get up a +1 Pyro Punch and his entire team is weakened, then I could pretty much sweep with Flare Blitz Superpower alone. Especially like it'll help breaking Vaporeon. And I felt that not only that, Superpower is more consistent, has a lot more consistent than like low kick and what was the other one? HJK. And not only that, if he has Protect, which I've seen like some of my opponents run Protect, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like run Superpower just to get the kill or just do massive damage to something. So yeah. And of course I have Jolly because like Genesect does like 99 speed, so why not? So at +1, I already outspeed Genesect and Dreadnought with Flare Blitz or Superpower if it's that weakened. So, or even like Aura Punch if it's like really really weak. So yeah, not much to say, but Blaziken's just our win con for this battle, so not much else. Definitely a good win con if I could get it up. So then we have one of the more interesting sets for this team, and that is like Metronome Kyurem. But I guess you could say it's mono attacking Dragon Claw, because that's really all it's gonna do. Spam Dragon Claw, go for Saw, Roost, and then it has Ice Beam as coverage for Dragonite and Donphan, because yeah, or just Comfy, or Serena if he brings them. The reason why I brought Dragon Claw was Metronome Dragon Claw was just set up on a Vaporeon, and then just power up Dragon Claw over time. I don't have, of course, Kyurem has Hone Claws, but I felt that I don't want to run Hone Claws at all because, of course, it just wastes the move slot. So I'd rather just give this thing a Metronome, and it just boosts the power of its attack if I just keep repeatedly using Dragon Claw. And still, like, this thing getting 20% raises into its already high well, its move, the base power of the move itself is going to get raised, and you already have a base 170 special attack, or not special attack but attack to work with. So you get the idea. Like Dragon Claw is just going to be more and more powerful every time I spam or use it, unless he brings Comfy. I just don't know how he's going to deal with it. Not even Genesect will like want to switch into a Dragon Claw that's like Metronome boosted, like with like after like 2 or 3 turns. Like I think that would like 2-shot it. Yeah, that's not that great, but if he's like special Genesect and or doesn't have a way to kill me with Flash Cannon or a Steel move or in general, like, then yeah, I could just go with the. So I did put some Spadef investment just because I wanted to go like something like I think the lonely nature, but I felt that Kangaskhan would have just killed me easily. So I just went with adamant just for like the more just to have a little bit more bulk in defense. And not only that, I just added a little bit more spit def because I felt like, you know, I didn't need that much attack anyway, so just to ensure that Genesect will get attack raising. So if he's plus, I'd rather Genesect have +1 attack than +1 special attack. So that's my reasoning there. So yeah, and Ice Beam is just to break through Dragonite Donphan because Dragonite Donphan, as you know, are very weak to ice, especially Dragonite. And not only that, Turbolt's actually pretty useful because if Donphan and Dragonite are like I could just bypass their like sturdy or multi-steel pretty easily. Though Donphan will likely live the hit because I'm modest or I'm not modest or something like that. But you know, it's still gonna do like it's still gonna two-shot it, so I still kept Ice Beam there. And Dragon Claw is still gonna do a chunk to it, so and not only that, Dragonite doesn't want to deal with Kyurem unless it's like boosted up or something like that, so. And then lastly we have our Rocker, which is our Crocodile, which I mean this is pretty much a very weird Crocodile set, even for me. Obviously I wanted something for rocks. I wanted something with foul play just to stop like, you know, just to hit Kangaskhan for hard damage. I wanted knockoff to remove items, and then Roar was pretty much my way to stop a Volbeat sweep, or like, you know, a Volbeat it to something sweep. And I realized that I didn't have any responses for like Volbeat at all. Like if he goes for Tail Glow to something, so yeah. And that's pretty much what I did. So I don't have Earthquake at all, which may be like very questionable. But then when you think about it, like Dragonite is gonna come in all the time, and then you see like Donphan. Yeah, maybe you could get chipped with Earthquake, but like, I felt that knockoff was just better just to remove items against this team, especially removing like possible specs on, let's say, a Swallow or like or something from Dragonite, weakness policy, or specs from Genesect, or just finding out the items. If any, even if hell, if I know that if I figure out they're like move mons, then I could at least use that information for me for myself. So yeah. So that's the team right there. So not much to say. It's somewhat a little bit semi-stall in a way, with like Blaziken and Kyurem just being the main offensive threats, and just in my bulk just carrying the team. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I think that's all I have right now. So we'll just get right into the game.